New scooter.
Oh, yeah?
You know those ones where...
Oh, hold on. Better get this, buddy. Hello, Martin. Wasn't expecting to hear from you today. Well, wasn't Steve supposed to be sorting that out on Friday? Okay, right. No, it's not a problem.
Alice is one of thousands of St John Ambulance volunteers. She's fully trained in first aid and knows what to do in any situation.
Say something, buddy.
She can be the difference between life and death. But what she can't do is be there every time.
Briefly. Help! Help!
The advert I will be analysing is St John's Ambulance. The advert was made in September 2013. The advert uses narrative codes. This portrays the plot twist within the storyline of the advert. This has been done to show that compared to how many people in the UK, only a few know the correct procedures. Therefore, these limited numbers can't always be there to save lives. The advert uses a realist form and a dramatic style. This is being done to make sure the message of the advert hits home hard to the audience in order to make sure they go and learn the correct first aid procedures. The advert uses three main persuasive techniques: shock tactic, emotional response, solution to a problem. Shock tactic is used in order to scare the audience into learning first aid. An emotional response makes the audience feel bad. And the solution to a problem is more first aid trained people equals more life saved. The demographic of the advert is 16 to 35. The advert has targeted a young demographic, therefore they can make sure that more young people are aware of the seriousness of people not knowing the correct first aid procedures. The advert mainly appeals to everyone, as all people can benefit from learning first aid. In regards to socio-economic groups, the advert appeals to C1 and C2, as these sort of people that are featured within the advert, and it shows that they would benefit, as it would have saved the little boy's life. The advert targets one main psychographic, reformers. This is due to them having good social awareness, therefore they are aware of what is going on around them, therefore can react quickly, and reformers also have great independent judgment, meaning they can see a potential problem and have a quick judgment whether or not help is needed. In terms of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's targeted towards the safety section, as it is all about first aid, meaning good health. The advert mainly uses high key lighting. This is used to make sure that the advert is clear for people to see. The advert is set outside, and we are shown a man and a boy playing football. The advert is set outside, as this is a place where most likely first aid will be needed. The main prop in the advert is the St John's Ambulance jacket. This has been placed within the shot when the woman runs out. This prop is placed there as it makes you think she's going out to save the boy, when really she goes out to get the washing in. This shows that there are little people that know the correct first aid procedures, hence why lives are lost, because these people can't always be there to save people's lives. The costumes used in the advert are just everyday clothing, which represents that these people are just everyday, normal people going about their everyday lives. This portrays that accidents aren't planned and it can happen to anyone, therefore knowing the first aid procedures can come in handy at any time. The man, the boy and the woman are always the focal point of the shot. This shows that they are going about their everyday life. The St Ambulance jacket is also the focal point of the shot, shows that the woman is one of the very few people that know the correct first aid procedures, and it also makes you think that she's going out to save the boy, when really she's going out to get a washing in. The advert uses three main camera shots: close-up, mid-shot and long shot. On 12 seconds, a close-up is used, shows the man and the woman take their eye off the child for 1 second, represents losing concentration for a second can lead to accidents where first aid training can come in handy. At 22 seconds, a close-up is used, shows the branch snapping, therefore the audience know that the boy is now in trouble. On 25 seconds, a close-up is used, shows the shock on the man and woman's face when they realise what has happened. On 29 seconds, a mid-shot is used. This shows the St John's Ambulance jacket. This portrays that the woman is one of the limited people who know the correct first aid procedures. On 44 seconds, a long shot is used. The long shot is used to show the woman getting her washing in as it starts to rain. It represents that she is one of the few people that know the correct procedures in a situation similar to this one. These people are stretched, and therefore they can't be there all the time to save people's lives, hence why they are trying to increase the numbers by raising awareness in this advert.
Oh,
There are two main pieces of diegetic sound used. The phone ringing
Hold on.
represents
Better get this
the
done.
man taking his eye off the ball.
Martin. Wasn't expecting to.
The boy hitting the floor represents the impacts of not knowing the correct procedures
Alice is one of
and
thousands
also
of St. John
scares the audience.
Ambulance
The
Alice is
non-diegetic
one of
sound used in this
thousands of
advert
St.
is a
John
narrator.
Ambulance volunteers.
The narrator is
She's
informative
fully
about the
trained in
problems with
first
not
aid and
knowing
knows what
first
to do in
aid
any situation.
and talks about how people knowing first aid can
She
be the difference between life and death.
life and death.
The advert is edited together cleverly. It cuts between two different scenarios at once to make them look like they are the same. Represents the few people that know first aid.
But what she can't
Represents
is be there every time.
It represents the few people that are first aid trained and shows that these limited numbers can't be at every accident in order to save lives. Therefore, more people need to know first aid in order to save lives.